Over the years, society made me grow, but it also brought me to change. It brought me to have lots of misbeliefs in myself. It brought me to stay up all night wondering if how I am is complementary with my surroundings, and if I should be any different to please society. It got me overthinking about why certain things happen to me when some lives seemed easier to live. I got sick overthinking, too focused on my thoughts. I started to focus less and less on what really mattered and lost touch in reality. 2 years ago, when I got my driving license, I started traveling constantly because getting lost in nature, well, it never made me overthink. It brought me the inner peace that overthinking has stole from me over the years. You know, although nature is the world's biggest beauty, I've never felt small surrounded with it. As the months went on and my trips became more adventurous, and I became wiser. The overthinking was even less part of my life. Over my trips, I've realized that it is useless to overthink about. If you said things differently, could you have changed the situation? Or if that night you wore that dress instead of those jeans? If you could have brought that cute guy that you found cute for a while back home? And all a bunch of shit that is useless to think about. Because now I know that whatever you do, nothing will change what is supposed to happen. And if you try to force it, when it ain't going smoothly, there is more chance that it will end up going more negative and shitty. You know, things always happens for a reason. If something doesn't go the way you hope, I think of it as you avoided something bad, or something better is going your way. Instead of thinking that, well, maybe I could have done it differently. And I'm not saying that thinking is bad, but like everything else, it is useful in moderation.
A person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except thoughts. So, he loses touch with reality and lives in a world of illusions. By thoughts, I mean specifically chatter in the skull, perpetual and compulsive repetition of words, of reckoning and calculating. I'm not saying that thinking is bad. Like everything else, is useful in moderation. A good servant, but a bad master. And all so-called civilized peoples have increasingly become crazy and self-destructive because through excessive thinking they have lost touch with reality. That's to say, we confuse science with the real world.
This is the beginning of meditation.
Most of us would have rather money than tangible wealth, and a great occasion is somehow spoiled for us unless photographed. And to read about it the next day in the newspaper is oddly more fun for us than the original event. This is a disaster. For as a result of confusing the real world of nature with mere science, we are destroying nature. We are so tied up in our minds that we've lost our senses. Time to wake up. what is reality? Obviously, no one can say because it isn't words. It isn't material, that's just an idea. Reality is...
cannot be explained in words. I'm not trying to put you down. It's an expression of you as you are. One must live. We need to survive, to go on. We must go on.